Alright, so I'm here with another episode of RANTAMANIA. I think this is what, 6? I just made the 5th one, um, like an hour ago. Actually just watched The Walking Dead. I will get to that in this video. Alright, so I want RANTAMANIA to be mainly about ranting, but to include a bunch of other topics, miscellaneous topics, but mostly just about ranting. But I will get to The Walking Dead. So, first thing to rant about here is the handicap matches. Um, I came up with a name. I'm sure you heard it, they say handicap. So yeah, these are pretty much handicap matches. I mean, you could just put like Daniel Bryan or CM Punk versus Dean Ambrose, have a nice one-on-one, or you could have maybe CM Punk and Daniel Bryan versus Ambrose and Rollins. Think of how great of a match that would be in like a tables match or something. You could have good technical wrestling to start it off, fast-paced action, then bring in the extreme part into it. Because these four guys, I know at least Ambrose knows how to get extreme. He's been in CZW, which is like the most extreme hardcore wrestling promotion. Punk's had some extreme spots. I know he had that one with Hardy at SummerSlam. I mean, he's been in some nice extreme matches with Jericho at Extreme Rules with Triple H. Even though Triple H buried him, there was still a few good extreme moments when he did the flying elbow from the table. So Punk knows how to get extreme. So they should just have that. And these handicap matches are not even, they're just handicap matches. They don't have any stipulations. It's TLC. It's supposed to be an extreme show. People pay money for this pay-per-view to see tables, ladders, chairs, but in this, we don't get anything. Then you get Bryan. Probably the best wrestler. I was going to say probably, but there's no question. The best wrestler right now in the company. And they're putting him in a 1-on-3 handicap match versus the Wyatt family. I mean, this is a match you would expect to see on SmackDown or Raw. Same thing with Punk. I mean, we've seen them in handicap match, the Shield and handicap matches before against like Dolph Ziggler and shit like that. So these are like Raw caliber matches here, SmackDown caliber matches. And now it's on a pay-per-view called TLC, and there's no TLC in it. So it's retarded pretty much. They should just do one-on-one, or Bryan and the feuding with the fucking Wyatts, 3 guys who can't really wrestle, who have the character is like creepy guys, except they're not creepy or scary. I mean, these 2 people should be doing much better than. I wouldn't mind if CM Punk was feuding with the Shield. Yeah, that's all right, as long as they do it correctly. But they're not, of course. And then it's all right that it's not all right that Bryan's feuding with the Wyatts, because they fucking are 10 times worse than him. Then we get Brodus Clay turning heel on Xavier Woods. So Brodus Clay, I don't watch SmackDown, so they were showing the recap on, you get Xavier Woods backstage, and then Brodus Clay comes out of nowhere, probably caused a fucking 7.0 magnitude earthquake when he ran in the fucking room. So he runs in, and he's like, "Hey Xavier, you stealing my bitches, doing my entrance music." He's like, "Oh, you're stealing my girls." Like, he gave him fucking permission to. So that makes sense. He's like, "Oh, Xavier, I gave you permission to use my girls, I think." He's like, "Use my demon girls, not to steal them." He obviously didn't steal them, because stealing is taking something from somebody without, it's permission or whatever, in theft. So obviously it's not stealing, alright? It's not like you fucking fucked them in the fucking locker room or anything like that. Maybe if he did that, that would be so much more of a compelling storyline. You could put, I know it's PG, so I'm just going on here. You could put Xavier Woods backstage, here's some sex noises, some moaning and groaning. You could see, like the back of Xavier Woods, fucking Naomi or some shit like that. Now that would be more compelling. And then you could have Brodus Clay walk in on them and like covering up with a towel and shit. And Brodus Clay's like, "Why you stealing my bitches, man?" That would be much more compelling. See, I don't know. I don't rant. I give suggestions to make the show better. And, Brodus Clay's turning heel, which is good, but they're not doing it right. They're not doing anything right in this company anymore. Simple things, they're not even getting those right. If you ask the head of creative what's 2 plus 2, we would probably say 5. Now you get Miz also in a process of a heel turn. I don't know what he is now though. I guess you would consider him a tweener, which is like between a heel and a face. Now when CM Punk turned heel, he took out The Rock, gave him the GTS. Now I wouldn't say that made him directly a heel. He was more like a tweener actually all the way up to like after SummerSlam. I remember when he kicked Jerry Lawler in the face. That's when he really started acting like more of a heel. He was like a tweener for a month or like 6 weeks. But then he started acting more like a heel. Like, I don't mind them doing that with The Miz. Like, doing something like... but, all they're doing is fucking slapping Miz. Oh, slapping Kofi. Next week, oh, Kofi slapping Miz. Oh, it's Miz slapping Kofi. Just do it. Heel turn. Do it. Don't fuck around with it. Don't play around with it. They're worried about the Christmas bounty. They don't want to heal Miz heel with the Christmas bounty. I don't give a shit about Christmas bounty. Alright? The movie Miz is starring in or whatever. Just turn him heel. The movie is premiered. It's done. Over with. It's not even a good movie. It's coming out on the fucking TV. It's not even in theaters. It's not even on DVD. It's on fucking TV. Oh, okay, so it's over. Turn him heel now. But no, what did they do on Monday? Another slap. It's ironic, because that's just a slap in the face to fucking the WWE fans. Turn him heel. Stop fucking around with this bullshit. Stupid. And so that's all the things I'm gonna rant about. I wanted to leave a little bit of time to talk about The Walking Dead. Just watched the season finale or the mid-season finale. I see a lot of people, like my parents, were complaining. I always have about the mid-season finale. I don't have a problem with the mid-season finale because if you had all 16 episodes in 1 week, I think it's 16. If you had them all in one span, you would be without The Walking Dead for what, 9 months. So I don't mind what they do with the breaking up. So I don't have a problem with that. But I felt this series of 8 episodes was very, just not up to par with the rest of the previous 3 seasons. The season premiere, it wasn't good. It was like an episode of Raw almost. Just seemed very, ordinary, just a bunch of bullshit. This filler almost. I was watching what the Brad Rules was saying, and he said there was a lot of filler in this. And the first episode was a little bit of filler. It was. He even said that, and I had to agree with that. It was a little bit of filler. It was actually pretty bad. I did not enjoy it. Even on The Talking Dead, the one of the writers or producers or somebody who's high up in The Walking Dead, producing the show, even admitted that last year's season premiere was a lot better than this. He said it was better. It's like everybody was expecting that this year's season premiere would be better or would be just as good as last year's, but it wasn't. So he just admitted right there that it was pretty much worse. So it pretty much just set up the fucking whole season. And they added a bunch of new fucking people, which I did not support. Which, in all these fucking new people, most of them ended up getting killed off by the fucking illness. So I don't get the point of that, really. I mean, they added a couple new people, that are here permanently, or for the moment, for the time being. The Black Doctor, although he's got shot, I don't know how he is. But I don't like a bunch of new people, because I like to know each character pretty specifically. So I'm going to go through episodes 2 through 7 pretty quick here. Then I'll get to episode, I think it was the 8th was the mid-season finale. I'll get to that one later in the video. So I did not like the illness thing. It's like with everything you could do with the show, of all things you could do, you choose to do an illness. Like, I did not find that storyline compelling at all. I thought it wasn't one of the Walking Dead's high points. So yeah, I mean, they should not have done the illness because I just found it stupid, very, very retarded. So that's pretty much all I have to say about the 2 through 7. I mean, they let where Rick is with what's her name? Fuck, the lesbian looking girl. Whatever, the one that killed the 2 people. They let her off. There's no doubt she's gonna come back sometime, or I don't know what she's gonna do. But yeah, she's obviously gonna come back sometime. So then you get, and I didn't really find that too entertaining. It was alright what they did with the lady, or the lesbian looking lady. But then let's skip ahead to episode 8, because that's where all the shit went down. I like the episodes with the governor too, where they profiled him. Those were pretty good. A little bit too much focusing on the governor, a little bit too much of an overkill. Like, I think they should have focused back on the prison for at least a little bit. Like, because they went like 2 straight episodes with just doing shit about the governor. So then we get episode 8. We find Herschel and Michonne are kidnapped, and you know there's gonna be shit going down. So basically, they pull up at the prison. The governor's group, and they're there with the tank. They look pretty intimidating. They got Herschel and Michonne. I got this person at school, this guy in the band, a fucking band geek pretty much. He's like, on Monday, he's like, "Oh, teacher, I think we should say a prayer service." Like, he was like, "Hey, did anybody see The Walking Dead?" That's what the teacher said. And like, and then the students like, "Oh, I think we should see a prayer prayer service for Herschel." So yeah, that's great, you know. Not everybody fucking watches a show on Sunday. People have shit going on. I do, so I just watched it. But anyway, you know, it sort of spoiled it for me. But you could sort of see it coming, where he was easing off of the sword, you know. Rick was giving him the pep talk, and you could sort of see he was going to do it. So he, boom, cuts his head off. Almost. It was pretty cool, I have to say. His head was like dangling, and he was still alive. I thought he killed him, but he was still alive. He was like crawling away. The governor put him to death. And it's sort of interesting with the governor, because he's got a very soft side, but then he's got the vicious side of him. So then Rick, I believe he hits the governor, or somebody hits the governor with a gunshot. And then Rick gets hit, I think, in the knee, or the thigh area. Crawls over to a bus. So then the fight breaks out. The tank goes forward, runs over the fence. Rick grabs the governor, starts fighting with him. Rick ends up getting like knocked out, or almost. Then Michonne comes from behind, spears him, kills him pretty much, or leaves him there to die. So I'm sort of going out of order. But then it's clear that the camp, or the prison people, the good guys supposedly, are winning. So they're winning, and eventually they kill everybody. I love the kids. Boom, that was badass. The kid's killing the person, and then the one girl looks like, "Oh shit, I'm not gonna kill kids." And the kid, boom, headshot. I thought that was fucking awesome. Some people might be like, "Oh, it's kids, they shouldn't be using guns." Shut the fuck up. That was fucking awesome. Boom, right in the head. Nice shot. Nice kill. Just a nice little scene there. So that's pretty much it. Then we find out that the baby is probably dead. So I love this up. This was the best episode of the season so far. It was perfect, the mid-season finale, because it answered enough questions where you're pretty satisfied as a viewer, but you also got questions heading into February, where it's going to pick up again. So I loved it, because it answered enough questions where it's not going to leave us like, "Oh shit, they should have done more stuff." But it also left open, like, where is the camp going to go now? What's going to happen next? There's whole new possibilities. So I'm looking forward to February. I thought this was a really great way to end the fucking show for a couple months. So there you go, people. RANTAMANIA and Walking Dead review.